Hakadosh, good morning. In Aliyat Revii of Parashat Tisa, the last pasuk has an incredible meaning, which is taken out of the context of the pasuk. It's not the literal translation, but it's explanation and how they explain the pasuk. It's based upon the Khatam Sofer, Rav Desser brings it down, and many others as well. It says, you're going to see my back, but you will not see my face. Ufanai lo yera'u. They explain the Khatam Sofer many times in life. When we take it at face value, we don't understand what's happening. But only after the occasion, only afterwards, and we never even know when that is afterwards, we will truly understand what is going on. Rav Zilberstein brings an incredible story that happened during the Holocaust. And he says as follows. He says there was a young boy that his parents owned the bakery. And as a little child, always running around, going around, he didn't realize that he went and he put his hand inside one of the ovens. He got so badly burned, he was rushed to the hospital. He burnt his entire skin. They had to come and they had to implant from a different part of the body's skin onto his hands in order that he should be able to still have skin on his hands. But he said he never understood. He was always embarrassed. Why was he always embarrassed? Because he had hair all over the place. When you come and you take the skin from another part of the body, all of a sudden he had hair. So he had hair on the palm of his hands, on his hands, and all over the place. And it was just terrible. As a little child, he always hid his hands. He never wanted to go around. And he always was thinking to himself, why did Hashem do this to him? Why does he need this? And then it was only after a few years that he understood what happened. The Holocaust broke out. His entire family were separated. They were abolished. They didn't even know what was happening. And he was able to escape with his younger sister. And they went and they hid in a bunker. And every single day he used to tell her, stay here, hide here. I'm going to go out and come back. And he made sure to take good care of his sister, to bring her food, to bring her everything. One day what happened is that when he gets back, he realizes something's different. So right away he rushes in and he thinks something's wrong. And he was correct. His sister was missing. She says he doesn't know what was in his mind. He wasn't thinking. He ran out and he started screaming, where's my sister? Where's this girl? He ran from one person to another until finally they went and they pointed. She was in the office of the Gestapo of the German army. She was there. He ran inside and he started screaming, where's my sister? Give me back my sister. They all come and they point out, right? They point their guns. They're going to shoot him. And all of a sudden the head of the Gestapo comes and he wants to play around with a Jew. He says, no, come into my office. Come. He says, what do you want exactly? So the guy is screaming. He said, doesn't understand. He says they could have killed him on the spot. He wasn't even thinking. And he says, listen, I want you to give my sister right away. You grab my sister. So he comes and he says, you know what? How about this? I'll give you back your sister. He says, okay, so give her back. He said, on one condition. He says, you have hair on the palm of your hands. The guy says, and if I have hair, you'll give her back. He says, of course. He went and he said, here, take it. He went, he starts screaming. For the Germans, they understood that the Satan is always a guy with hair on his hands, on the palm of his hands. He starts screaming. He says, give her back your sister. Get her out of here. He went and he got back his sister, and they survived the Holocaust. For him, he always thought, why is it that I have hair on the palm of my hands? And now he was happy with that hair that he had on the palm of his hands. It was in order to save his sister that was going to be a few years later. And they both survived the Holocaust only because of that. Many times we go through life and sometimes we start thinking to ourselves, why is this happening? And we don't understand why until finally HaKadosh Baruch Hu comes and he says, this is the reason why. And then it comes and turns on a light bulb and we say, wow, look at the greatness that we always were complaining for what was happening. And only now we're singing the praises of HaKadosh Baruch Hu of exactly what happened. Enjoy. Have a wonderful day.